border and assist in the border crisis there. Live on the scene at the Mexican border, we have our infield correspondent, AC. AC, are you there? That's right, AC. I'm here at the Mexican border where it's a little less like Cinco de Mayo and a little more like Cinco de Yayo, as 1,500 active military service men and women are making their way to the southern.
And now it makes sense that one made it worse. It's active duty, bro. Do you know how many fuck games we have? National Guard, they go to work once a month. Active duty, they're at work all day, every day, all the time, 24/7. So, you send them to Mexico. Come on, man. What did you think? Did you think it was just gonna go smoothly? Nah, let's see what happened.
Southern border to join over 2,500 National Guard members already here helping out for what some are calling spring break military edition. Are the troops excited
exactly
about
what
this?
I was thinking.
Well, the ones from Alaska sure are.
That's exactly what I was
They
thinking.
love the sun, and I haven't seen so many pasty white boys hurry up and buy an engagement ring in the hopes that they can get a beautiful Spanish senorita to be their wives.
Oh my
And
God,
honestly,
that didn't even cross my mind. For the love of God, for the love of Christ, please don't. Don't. Man, because once they figure out what they're entitled to, you're fucked. Dude, seriously. You'll bring them over with a fucking green card, get married to these ladies. Once they figure out what they're actually entitled to military-wise, you're not going to be so happy. Really.
Can't blame them. Great at cooking, olive skin, traditional Catholic values. This is heaven for some kid from Nebraska. Sounds like my father in the Philippines.
Yeah, until she pulls out a fucking razor blade and a chancleta out of her goddamn fanny pack and just fucking beats you to death and slices you into little fucking pieces and feeds you to her little fucking chihuahua. It's all fun and games till that happens.
War Thunder, the military online action game, has
Okay,
received this year's first major update. The branch of unique South...
I don't think that you needed to get that graphic. Okay. Well,
I feel like he's talking to me there after what I just...
has the U.S. military's occupation of the Mexican border curtailed any of the cartels smuggling human or drug otherwise into the United States?
No.
Oh boy, I hope not. Most of these kids coming down here haven't seen combat. They joined up too late for Iraq or Afghanistan, and they are jonesing for a cartel member to pop his head up and take a couple shots with an AK-47 just so they can test out their long-distance shooting. These sniper teams are ready. So much so that, in fact, the U.S. Army National Guard just won the Ultimate Sniper Championship for all of the Department of Defense. So, keep your heads down. And if you look around me, Texas is just one big rifle range. Oh, wow. And don't even get me started on the artillery boys. There's more than one reason why they call them fisters, if you catch my drift. Intimidating. Well, we'll be right back with the U.S.-Mexican border crisis after these commercial messages. Prince dead. Long live the internet. But the internet's taught me one thing, and that's that everybody on
Yeah, that's the name of our clan. We're the Fun Police.
there is a 45-year-old man trying to trick you into his van. So how do you make sure that the news you're reading ain't full of dung? By downloading Ground News. For every story, you get a quick visual breakdown of all the news sources that are covering it. Political bias is how factual a story is. Which entity owns the source and which countries are putting that source forward, so you can tell who's shadow banning a story, shooting down. Compare headlines from articles that are reporting on the same story and see which one is leaning in one way or the other, or giving you half-truths or no truths at all. Follow specific topics like the border crisis going on right now. Combine stories and articles from thousands of outlets, both stateside and abroad. Shine the line on media bias and hold the media accountable. In a landscape where it's almost impossible to consult a single news source for all the information, go to ground.news/angercops to stay fully informed. Sign up for free, but you can subscribe if you want to get unlimited access and a bunch of other perks. Ground News takes you one step closer to getting the real deal. So make sure you check out that link below, ground.news/angercops, so you can stay better informed and not have the wool pulled over your eyes. Yeehaw. And we're back with an update from the U.S.-Mexican border. AC, are you there? Can you fill us in? You know, it's not going to matter how many troops we bring down here. Some of them flip to the other side, start working for the cartel smuggling drugs and weapons and people and fentanyl and God knows what else. Are there soldiers working with the Mexican cartels there, AC?
That's because the cartel probably pays better than active duty. I can imagine. Maybe. Or it's just like really quick, easy money, because it's not really hard to kidnap someone when you have all the fucking guns in the country.
Soldiers, no. Marines, however, yes. You see, Marine Roberto Salazar II, because you need more than one moron here to run that family, was
Hold on now. What did it say? What did you do? U.S. Marine Roberto Salazar II arrested for smuggling and drug trafficking, facing 12 years in prison. Your name is Roberto Salazar. I'm not trying to be racist even in the slightest here, but I mean, goddamn, my guy, you got a Mexican name. And you're fucking with your own people. What? Dude, good lord. You court martial, Leavenworth, 20 years. That's probably what you'll get.
The second, because you need more than one moron here to run that family, was recently arrested by the FBI and is looking at 12 years because of his smuggling up.
12 years. I thought it was literally... How does he get the same amount of... He actually got the same, if not just a relative same amount of time as the guy that leaked the documents. The guy that from the Air Force that leaked the top secret documents, he got 10 years. And this guy is doing something that maybe it's worse, maybe it's not, but it just reads worse, really. And he only got 12. I thought surely he'd get like 15 to 20. Good God.
Efforts while being a Marine. And how long has the FBI said Salazar has been smuggling? The FBI has told us that Mr. Salazar, Bobby here, Roberto Robo Bobo, has been smuggling since 2015 when he was 16 years old. And he only stopped smuggling while he was away at Marine boot camp and his job training to be a mechanic. A mechanic.
Jesus fucking Christ. Man, the military really does not do any kind of background checks on people. Really. And he's a Marine, so the only kind of background check he got was like, state your name? Okay, good. Now write your name. Okay, perfect, you're in. I feel like that's like the basis for...
Mechanic. That's odd. You would have thought that he'd have went with combat arms, like an engineer or an infantryman. Well, AC, it makes a lot more sense when you find out that his mechanic skills assisted him in opening up the engine compartment so he could smuggle a bunch of drugs, dope, and whatever into different engine compartments and openings inside vehicles. And
yeah, he can strip vehicles, put them back together, all types of shit. So yeah, his services were probably highly required for the cartel. And you're just like, good lord, how the hell you only get 12 years? Because a lot of people that get smuggled, like human trafficking, they don't have a 100% survival rate. So there's some people that died because of you. And that's like, you're an accessory to a whole bunch of awful shit. Like, how you only get 12 years? That's kind of wild.
Tighten them up and make it look like nobody had been there before. Do a tune-up and getting tuned up. Well, with that type of training, you could potentially utilize the dead space and engines for smuggling efforts.
You could.
Well, unfortunately for young Robo Bobo here, he got pinched up by the FBI. But an interesting fact about his arrest is that Roberto was trying to commission a narcotics song about his smuggling efforts, a narco corrido, if I'm saying that correctly. Narco corrido? I only took high school Spanish. One semester. For those
I don't even know what the fuck that is, really. And I know Spanish, so.
at home that don't know what a narco corrido is, it's a...
I know what a narco is, but corrido, I don't... Well, let's find out. It's Mexican jargon and lingo is way different than Puerto Rican Spanish lingo. And this motherfucker made a song pretty much snitching on himself, documenting his travels and his actions and you're about fucking retarded, man.
A drug ballad, a song singing the praises of smugglers and those in the cartel and illegal enterprises and their fantastic escapades, whether it be the smuggling or shooting or rising to power or acts of betrayal. The FBI confirmed that Roberto was in talks with a Spanish songwriter to have his own Narco Rito written about him and singing his exploits, but unfortunately he was arrested too soon.
This motherfucker was he was on some Witcher shit. He was on some Witcher shit. You know that guy that like walks behind the Witcher and just like sings songs and shit, like his praises and his stories, like tales of his travels and explorations and stuff like that. That's what he was trying to do. Like, which is cool, I guess, and okay if you're, you know, I don't know, the fucking Witcher, or if you're like, I don't know, someone out here not committing heinous activities and crimes, but Marine. Yo, the next music stream is tomorrow, Captain Z. Hold on. Real quick little break. Real fast. Fuck, I forgot to call my homie back. He's gonna think that I said fuck off. Talked to him for like 2 minutes. He was walking his dog. I was like, I gotta go. I forgot to call him back. Fuck. I'll call him back after. Okay.
And that didn't happen. But luckily for Roberto, we here at DNN made it happen. We at DNN were able to get a hold of a fantastic Tejano songwriter extraordinaire named...
Watch me.
Oh, God damn it.
Watch my first step turn to leaps and bounds. Watch me play a character.
Oh my lord. Let's go back. Best troll ever.
Tejano songwriter extraordinaire named...
Stationed at MCAS Miramar will spend the next 12 years in federal prison for his role running fentanyl across the border. After pleading guilty to...
Oh, he was also running fentanyl across the border as well. That's just, Oh, there's so many... You know what? And you know what I will say? I will say that at least this Marine is... and I am saying Marine here. This Marine is a lot smarter than the Air Force guy that tried to become a hitman. At least you have that, Roberto. At least you have that. You know, even in the criminal world, you can't let an Air Force motherfucker outdo you, right? So I applaud you for that. At least you're slightly smarter than that guy. Okay, but you're still... God, you're still a jackass, man. That's just... Atreyu, I like that band. We haven't heard them in a while, but I'm down. Yeah. If you're in the Discord, put it somewhere in there where it goes, and one of my mods will make sure it gets on the list.
Charges of conspiracy to distribute controlled substances and importation of fentanyl across the San Isidro border crossing. Roberto Salazar served as a Marine from 2018 until his arrest in 2020.
Then again, with a last name like Salazar, you may not even be Mexican. You're probably either Dominican or Cuban. I'm almost pretty sure. How old is... This is a kid. This is a fucking kid. He's been doing it since he was like 16, right? But even today, look at his face. This is still a kid. He's like 21, 22. Just made bad choices. I made bad choices too, but they didn't land me in jail for 12 years. I only served 14 days. Longest 14 days of my goddamn life. First fucking week was spent in solitary, but... Yeah, good God, man. Way to fuck up your career so early on in your... Way to fuck up your whole life. You speed ran the fuck up of your whole life. That's crazy.
Methamphetamine to Los Angeles, Riverside, and Nevada.
The lyrics, oh my god. Just stabbed him with fucking Mjolnir. Holy. This is...
Salazar also recruited 2 other Marines to drive the drugs across the border.
Not to mention, you're a Marine, bro. Like, how much free time do you have? What is the leadership doing that this motherfucker has so much free time that he can go down to the border and work part-time for the cartel? And let me tell you something. I don't really give a fuck how down bad I am in life. There's nothing, literally nothing, that would ever get me to work for the cartel. Any kind of cartel, bro. Once you go in, there's only 2 ways to get out. Jail or in a box. And you're going to jail because you pissed off America. You didn't piss off the cartel. If you piss off the cartel, they kill you. It doesn't matter how much of an asset you are. It doesn't matter how much money you're bringing in. It doesn't matter how efficient you are. You piss them off, they kill you. There is no discrimination there. Like, loyalty or death. Respect or death. That's not really an organization I want to be a part of, bro. So, like, you're just... They should have just deployed this guy. See what happens when... See? We left Afghanistan and these psycho bastards had nothing to do. Nothing to do. This guy could have been in Afghanistan just terrorizing locals. That would have been fine. I would have been okay with that. Commit war crimes all you fucking want. You know, when I was over there, you know what? I'm not even going to incriminate myself any more than I already have 12 years ago, but... I'd rather you do that than be doing what you were doing now. See, we left Afghanistan and now all these soldiers have so much fucking free time to engage in fuck games that they otherwise wouldn't have engaged in had they been deployed. I'm not saying keep them perpetually deployed because that takes a toll on your mental health, but I mean, fuck, bro. You need to give these motherfuckers something to do. Like, some busy work or something, because, like, how do you... Yeah, Liam, that's just... And Marines are always training, bro. If you're not eating or sleeping or drinking or getting kicked out of a strip club, you're training. I was never in the Marines, but I assumed that y'all trained about as much as I breathe. It's all the fucking time. So how do you have the time? He was motivated, I'll tell you that. I mean, he had some serious work ethic to be able to work 2 jobs in the military. I only saw 2 people that did that in my time in the service, and one worked at the bowling alley, and the other one worked at the PX. And I would see them, and I'd be like, "Bro, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Bro, child support ain't cheap." And I'm like, "I see. Okay, go about your day. Good, glad." But like this guy, damn. Yeah, he really does. You better be glad it was a Marine and not Special Forces or a Navy SEAL, because if it's one of them, you're never catching them. Ever. You better, like, the military better be glad it was a Marine. Because the levels, the differences and the levels of training between a Marine or literally any regular soldier and a special operator is leaps and bounds, bro. Leaps and bounds. Had this been a Navy SEAL, ain't never catching that guy. You're never catching him. Nah. Like, never. They wouldn't even know he was doing it. Never. So...
Anal gratis.
Where did Angry Cops get this song? Or who put it together? Did you put it together? That's some good
The U.S.
editing.
Attorney hopes Salazar's 12-year prison sentence sends a message to other drug traffickers.
Get out of this business, or we will take you out and we will put you in a federal prison.
Oh,
And on that note,
that was a very cringe threat. I don't see anyone taking that seriously, especially coming from you. Looking like you belong on a box of saltine crackers and shit, but I mean, that is the truth, man. Get out of the business. It's not a a lifelong sustainable business. The only person that ever made it a lifelong sustainable business was fucking Pablo Escobar. And even he got. So, I mean, what do you think your odds of survival are? What do you think your odds of longevity are in that career choice? Not very high, man. Like, holy.
I'll see you next time, weirdos.
Mm-hmm.
And we're back with an update from the United States-Mexican border. Mexican. Fucking
Mexican.
words. And we're back with an update from the U.S. And we're back from an... That was a good one.
That's, yeah. I'm glad I do all this stuff live, because I just say things. I don't have to, like, really pre-plan or write a script. I'm pretty sure Angry Cops writes shit down so he doesn't forget it, and just, like, simply doing that, there's plenty of room for error, whereas in I just do it live, and if I fuck up, and I just roll with it. I don't really have to worry about editing or cutting. But yeah, that's, hey man, I'm not telling you what to do with your life, but working for a cartel is not a good career choice. Now, had you not been already in the service, maybe it is a good career choice, because, I mean, if I had to pick between being homeless and sucking dick for money and food and working for the cartel, then again, I just said no matter how down bad I am, but still, that's just as bad, really. If you think about it, you put 2 and 2 together. I mean, you either die from STDs or you die to a fucking handgun, but yeah, that's because she loves me, Ashley. She likes me a whole hell of a lot more than she likes you. That's why. Never mind. Strider with the 3. Showing people my nuts in the hood. Top-notch idiots. That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea at all. You don't do that. Because black people don't play that way. They just don't. They really don't. You could probably get away with doing that to, like, white people, really. Or just, like, white dudes. You know how white dudes have fuck games? But the fuck games that black people have is way different. And, like, they really will hit you with, like, man, get the fuck out of here with that gay shit, dog. Get away from me. Stop. I'm gonna beat your ass. Like, that's probably not a good idea.